Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Richard again on the BSA Gold Star that I bought for £4,999. Hopefully you can have a quick look here. This is really the second time I've ridden it. It needs a really good clean. So, but I was watching a review last night, and I'm going to put the link in the description, with this guy that was really giving the Gold Star a good slagging off. Yeah, so I'm going to allay some of your fears if you've seen that. That video, and you should watch it. So I've warmed the bike up, so we're going to do a 0 to 60. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, here we go, let's get going. There we are, 0 to 60. Let's get in top gear. Right, here we go. That's a great speed. Hopefully you got that. And it goes round the corners beautifully. There's 60. Let's bring it down to 50 and roll on to 70. Yeah, so let's get it up to 50. Here we are. There we are, there's 50. Let's wait. We've got double white lines here. So I've had this a couple of days now. I've had to adjust the handlebars, I've had to adjust the clutch and brake lever because they were in the wrong position. Someone who put it together was not great. I had to sort out the mirrors, make sure they were nice and tight. But that's all sorted now. Everything's great. So let's get it down to 50. There we are. We're at 50 now, and I'm going to open her up and make sure that she goes right up. Yeah, let's just get round this corner, nice straight. Here we go. So let's full throttle. There we go. There she is at 60. There she is at 7. Anybody got any queries about whether this bike doesn't pull? There you are, you've got the proof. Yeah? So she's just trundling along at 60 at 4,000 RPM right now. You know, handling's okay, that's great, that's it. Put the cyclist in front of me. The handling's very good. It's much better than the Royal Enfield that I've previously reviewed. But the Royal Enfield was great as well. But it's not that kind of bike. It's not an RG500 waiting for Barry Sheehan to perform a race. This is a beautiful bike with a different persona. Yeah, there's 60. Let's roll her up. There we go. No problems. No problems. Nice pothole in the middle of the road there. No problems. And here she is in 5th gear, doing a nice steady 40. No problem. So she's in 5th gear, doing 40 at 2,500 RPM. No problem. No problem. Yeah, that guy gave the BSA Gold Star a really good slagging off. You really want to watch that. And he's got loads and loads of views. It's obviously putting people off. So the only thing I've had to adjust on this is the angle of the handlebars, which were a bit high. Whoever adjusted it to that was obviously a motocross rider, and that's okay. It was comfortable for them. And I've adjusted the brake levers. The brake lever and the clutch lever, so it's at the right angle for me, and it's the right angle for me. It might be a different angle for everybody else. That's okay. That's okay. So she's got what? Well, actually, I've done 24 mile on her in total, but I think she's got about 1100 miles on the clock. So she's had her first service. There is a restrictor at just about 7,000, just over 7,000 RPM. And yes, it does go up to 10,000. Maybe you can unrestrict it, but it certainly will do over a ton. There we are, there's 55. Roll on. Here we go. 60. 65. There we are. Brakes are good. Brakes are great. Let's have a look. Down into third gear. Down into third gear. Let's make a bit of a space. Down into second. Let's get around this corner. This is the road up to Nantwich. Back into third. Back into second. Here we go. What we're doing, 30. Second gear. No problem. No problem. If you're worried about how much power this bike's got, don't worry about it. It's got tons of power. It's just like a 650. It's got 45 horsepower and it seems to ride beautifully. Now, I'm not saying that because I bought it. I do like this BSA, and I've been trying to get one for 6 months, but the price has been wrong. And then this one came up for 4,999. So I bought it, and I got it delivered. It was in Maidstone in Kent. Oakley Motorcycles. Some people on the comments don't believe that it costs 4,999. I think one person said that. But I've got a receipt for it. If you want to see the receipt, just give me a shout. Just send me an email. Yeah? And I think 4,999 is the right price, actually. I think most of the bikes in the UK are overpriced. You know, I've lived in a couple of countries, and what happens is you pay the VAT, and when you come to sell it, you take the VAT off and the depreciation for the year of 20%. So this bike's about 7 or 8 months old since it was registered. So it's about a year old. So it should have been, let's say it was £120 for this bike, and the £20 of the 120 is the VAT. Then, you know, the first thing that you can do is sell for a maximum of £100. So you take an additional 20% off for the year, so actually it's £80. Yeah? Do you get the logic? Not many countries work like the UK. It's just a bit bizarre, but it is what it is, and I'm not going to be able to change that. But, you know, I saw an advert for one of these with 500 miles on it, 2023, £6,300. Why would you buy a bike that costs... Why would you buy a second-hand bike for £6,300 when a brand new one costs, is it 6,600? I don't understand this. You know, the mentality of some people is absolutely phenomenal. However, that's just my thought, that's just my opinion. Here we go. What's happening here? What's happening here? Here we go. So now, 20 mile an hour. Fourth gear now, 30 mile an hour. Anything between 20 and 40 when you're riding around town. Fourth gear seems to be absolutely perfect. You can come right down to, let's say, 20 mile an hour. Let's bring it down. 20 mile an hour. And then just accelerate away. Just accelerate away. Maybe a bit more than 20, actually. The switch gear is far superior than Royal Enfield. It's far superior. It's more towards Triumph. It really is. The finish on the bike is like an edge towards Triumph, it is better than Royal Enfield. But that doesn't mean to say that Royal Enfield's bad. It isn't. But the price point, you know, sort of tells you that it may be a bit, you know, the welds on the frame and all that may not be as good as Triumph or BSA. Yeah. So the clocks are lovely. They don't seem to be misting. It's a very cold day today, so I'm guessing that they're fairly well sealed. I'm guessing it still does 70 mile per gallon. We're going to do some tests over the next week to see what it actually does to the gallon. I'll get it going up and down the motorway at 60 mile an hour and then record that, and then do again the same test at 70 mile an hour or 75 and see what the situation is. This is a great city bike. It's a great Sunday bike. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun if you sort of like the retro scene. It really is fun. Oh, dearie me. So I just want you to have a look at that video in the description of this video. Go and have a look. And this guy gives it a real slating, and I think it's quite unfair. I think the bike that he was on had 80 miles on it, and I don't know if pre-1,000-mile service it has a certain restriction on it from the ECU. I don't know, maybe it does. But he was giving it a really good slagging off. I can well assure you that this has got the power of a typical 650 or a 600. It's got 45 brake horsepower. Yeah, it's not going to be the fastest machine on the road, but at the price point it's not going to be fast. Here we are, Nantwich. I think taking the baffle out will let it breathe easier, and maybe give it another horsepower or two. Let's go left here. I'm sure it'll get a bit of attention, this thing. When I go into Nantwich, but yeah, I mean, like, how much is that? £1.59 for diesel. That's what, £7.20 a gallon. £7.20 a gallon. I guarantee you this: if it was $7.20 a gallon in America, there would be riots in the streets. I don't know why no one's complaining. I really don't. Anyway, it handles well. It's got no problems with power. Its 0 to 60 is very reasonable. Its roll off from 50 mile an hour to 70 is very reasonable as well. You've just seen me do 90 mile an hour just to prove that it'll get up there and have no problems getting there. So if you're a bit worried, maybe I've helped allay your fears. Here we are in the town of Nantwich. If you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like it, and don't forget to turn your notifications on. Yeah? Here we go, into Nantwich. Thank you for watching the video. If you've got any questions, do comment below. Yeah? Do comment below. I'm going to answer them all. Yeah? Time for a coffee. Thanks for joining me on this very short video. There's going to be more videos, but I thought I'd give you a quick wake up against that video that's in the description. But it's up to you to make a decision, yeah? Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.